Thanks for staying with us. So a video went viral of an ongoing road construction at Akoko Edo Federal Constituency of Edo State. The young man was seen lamenting over the weak quality of materials, design, in fact, the overall state of work done on that project. Now, this video went viral, and many of us have been concerned, not just about that video, but the fact that there are quite a lot of roads in Nigeria where there have been issues with maintenance. Even recently, several roads were saying that, though fixed by previous governments, has been dilapidated already. Now, what are your thoughts on this? This video that went viral, what are your general thoughts on this video? You can call us again on 081-270-53687, 091-390-76948. You can also send messages on YouTube and Facebook. We would love to read your comments. But I'd like you to just watch a clip of the video we're talking about.
My name is Alabalawani. Now we want to get Nigeria, we go work for all of us. Now all of us they fight for. Igara na my community, Akoko Edo na my local government. Nigeria now we country together. So if we see wetin no good, we go talk about them. When we do Secretariat Road, by the grace of God, when Edo State government do that Secretariat Road, I work for that Secretariat Road. And I know wetin I do there because na my community. If they say make I open reach, I go open everything because I tell the white man, Koro say, this one na my community. Wetin I fit do, we go help my community. I go do one. Today, that road, the better pass the whole road, where they are. If they want come good road for Edo State, that local government road join now. Oga make una see road where they do. Why see camera no back? They don't ever do road where we say the drainage go stop at dead end. Nothing there. This granite, the drainage where they see so concrete road no day. I don't know where they go carry plaster, they plaster wall. Road no day, nothing there. See the ground. They do and come reach there then. Nothing there. Carry the video, they come, may you show me this thing. Waka they come, wabe to the Quran, wabe. Waka come, follow me, come. They carry my matter go. You go do road. If they want do road, after you pour rat slash, you go post them. See road though. See my hand. Now the road where they do be this. See the road. Now me see. Now my bare hand be this. See am. You they see am. This photo waka for this thing now. The very day go remove am. You they see am. Now my hand I take the open now. So now our community be this. Which kind of rubbish be this one? I know say they go say the one where our people do. Where our people do.
Okay, so I think the crux of that video is not just the major road. He went further to dig his hand into the drainage, the drainage wall, and we could see how it was falling apart. Now, one of the reasons why we have this kind of conversation is also to demonstrate to our leaders that times have changed. People record things. Nigerians will know. You know, back then, you give out a contract to XYZ person, you give out the contract, oh, we've done roads, we've commissioned this, and everybody goes to sleep. Today, Nigerians will say, that place you commissioned, we want to see 2 months, 3 months, they'll go back there. Is it functional? Is there equipment there? Are there doctors there? Are there, they will go back and check. We've passed the stage where you can just sell us stories.
Yeah, it's not that we didn't go back and check before. We did. But we didn't have social media. Now we have social media.
Right.
When we were growing up, when I was growing up, when you see something that is wrong, you will just complain amongst yourselves, and there's nothing you can do. But now there's social media, so people are more aware of what is happening. Because I will take our road on Ajuwon. It's the road, Benga Daniel did that road many years, just before he left government. Today, you will never ever believe that road has had a center. And I remember when he was going to open the road, he opened it with fanfare, everything. Today, you will not believe that road has ever center.
Wow.
Dr. Abiodun just did one show and leveled the road. He didn't tie it. Rains have started.
He hasn't tied it. You know, you complained about it.
Nah, come and see it now.
Wow. And we're celebrating when you stay.
We're celebrating. Come and see the area now.
Oh my goodness.
Because they didn't finish it. So I don't want us to focus on only this one.
It cuts across.
So let's emphasize this one. Let's drag it.
I know you want to drag it.
No, we do. We have to. The Auchi, Bini Auchi Road. The last time I traveled, my parents, everybody will travel. Some people will go and come and say, they don't put tar. And then this person is traveling home and they say, you know, my people used to travel home and they would take time to do prayers, do sacrifice, do celebration, kill ram, kill goats before they go on the roads because of the kind of accidents that we suffer on that road. Now, this is in Igara. This is how they do the roads there. Oh. The guy was in that video talking about the material. You want to do a drainage. A drainage, by my layman standard of drainages, requires not only concrete, it requires iron rods that you would lay first so that you have solid wall, so that no matter the flood of water, because water in itself, it won't cave in. But this is how they do roads, that you now find drainages all covered now, everywhere is flooding. They enjoy for where we did for Lagos, where we they complain say drainage block. If you reach some people's places, you cannot talk. In Benin alone now, flood is dividing roads, dividing people's houses, and it has been from time immemorial, where you have roads caving in. Now, the material on that road is not just, normally you should have it, first of all, what's it called, graded, put your granite and level up before you now go and pour asphalt and whatever or tar. But look at this one, they will just come, it's almost like they paint the road black, paint the gutter grey, and they will come and snap pictures. It's for photo ops.
I just feel that we like to cheat ourselves. And the way the world is going now, if you're not ready to serve, please don't come
bother.
out. Don't bother. Let's find people who are ready to serve the nation. When you ask them now, they'll say, it's probably the contractors. Why don't you investigate? Take it as your private business. If I have a plumber come to my house to do work, I go and check. Before I pay you, before I complete my payment, I go and check to be sure that you have done what is expected. Then you people travel. You go around the world. You don't check the best practices. You don't check how things are done properly, using the right material for your own people. You go there, you bring tax back to us. We struggle to pay the tax, and yet you will not give us the best. It's wickedness.
I was remembering when some of my husband were talking about this, and when we went to France for our honeymoon, we were walking on the road, and we saw them doing the road. The asphalt level, YK, I'm telling you, it was about 3 feet or so.
Imagine.
Asphalt, that's the black thing that they pour.
Imagine.
That's about 3 feet high. And even before then, they had serious concrete underneath. So he was just looking at,
is this how it's done?
Is this how it's
done?
So you see this kind of thing. I don't want us to just focus on this video, because this actually goes across many projects.
Of course.
Because I remember there was a time I called commissioner, one of the commissioners. I complained about my Dia Street from like forever since I was a little child. That road has never been done. As a child, they just tried to plaster something over it. And I called him and said, Morel, we have actually assigned that road to a contractor. He gave me the name of the contractor to know that, listen, this job, so the name of the contractor is there, and you go there, they post their details there. So you can follow, the road is being done. And I can see that I'm monitoring it. And they're doing it well. But I'm just saying that the fact that we must begin to hold these contractors responsible. So the government to do one part of commissioning. The person that could give the government should also follow through. The person that gave this person the job has given the job. Expect that you got, because there are many things to commission. So the government to do their own part. But you, the people, you, the citizen, you are the contractor. It's that contractor that did that, not the government man.
Yes,
but the contractor.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Can I say something? Sorry. If you give somebody a contract, you must follow. You must.
Of course, they are monitoring agents. Of course, they are monitoring agents. Yes.
And the contractor, because he too is a cheat, for even collecting the contract in the first place, must be a cheat, because you want to do
he did kickback. He did kickback.
Kickback too is there. I will give you that road that Fashola did, or that Ogba Road, College Road.
Yes, I remember
that road has been there for 8, if not 10 years.
I remember the road.
You go there, not one
pothole.
One.
See, you are taking us there. Let me just mention, last week Sherry Road was done when I was in the university. We waited for the governor because it was an opportunity for us to even see him up close. It was Governor Fashola at the time. For him to come and commission that road. And the rumor was that he said he would not commission that road because he feels that the quality of work that should be done was not done. You know, in 6 months, I was going to school that day. The traffic was killing us. The road that caved in at Officers Village.
Wow.
Because they say he came for inspection and was saying, this place is a water run. I was wondering, even a lawyer, how does he even know about road? And then he refused till today because the contractors were forced back to site. You don't have such issues on Last Week Sherry Road till today. He did a quality job there, and he, as the governor, said, I will not have this road commission. Yeah. The contractors will continue to maintain this road since this is the standard of work. That is what we require of governors. Now, this, what's his name? This senator, the honorable that is the client for this job, Honorable Patterson, is the closest to federal government. You yourself, if you cannot go and look at the road by yourself, your community people, where is your community constituency office? All those things that they claim, they are sitting somewhere in Abuja. I'm trying to get photo of, just let my people see that I'm doing something for them. Put a placard, what's it called, a signpost somewhere with my name on it as the client. Yeah. But are you concerned about the kind of life that these contractors will give your people?
Yes, sir.
A contractor of that style should never be giving contracts in his life.
So I think we need to start looking at solutions now. Everybody's waking up, so we can't take shady jobs anymore from government. We will hold you accountable. And one of the ways that you're going to do this for us, if you are really sincere about giving the best to your people, is to ensure that when such things are brought to the fore, those contractors are prosecuted. You arrest them. Yes. They are it's like when you do a short job in your office, they sack you. They send you away. So you prosecute them. You send them to let them have jail term so that you know that when you're taking a government contract, you will do it well.
Let me go on a break. When we come back, I'm told that our lawmaker would like to say a word or two. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Good morning. Mr. Honorable Peter Patterson will be joining us right now. Good morning, sir. Are you there?
Yes, good morning, madam. I'm here.
So you are the culprit in this matter. So we're so happy to have you on the show. So tell us about this project. We're told that you are the one who commissioned this job for your constituency. Could you give us a clarity on exactly what happened?
Okay. It is true that I facilitated the project. It's a road project for Igara in my constituency. The funds were appropriated in the 2020 budget year. And the project has been awarded in tranches. The first tranche and the second are done, and the third one is the one that is ongoing. I got that message, and then immediately I contacted the agency that awarded the contract. The duty to supervise is a collective responsibility of both the agency, ourselves, that is my office, as well as my constituents. We were able to supervise the first and second tranches when the work was ongoing. After that second tranche, the third one did not come immediately, but however, it came recently and mobilized the site. Since they resumed this third tranche, or the last phase of it, I have not been home to inspect. However, we have people at home who have been doing inspection while they were working. When we saw that video, I was personally taken aback because I never got any report from my people showing that the work done in that place was shoddily done. So I was totally surprised to see that. Immediately, I placed the call across to them, and my team on ground, went down there to do, their own check and came back to me. Whereas I appreciate, the effort of my constituents to follow up any job that we're doing, I am not in a position just now to accept ability for those claims that that young man made in the video. Because the report that I'm getting contradicts his own claims.
Can I come in there?
Yes. So, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. The report you're getting, it was a video we saw, and he was picking. Hold on, he was picking the tar. He was picking. He was breaking the. He was showing the cement that it was shoddily done. Now, is it that your team have not done the right job, and if you find out your team haven't given you the right report, are you going to sack them?
Now,
and at this point, you need to go yourself.
Again, the job is not being done by my team. This is how it works. Okay. Legislators facilitate projects and put them in the budget.
Yes.
They must be domiciled in an agency of government.
Yes.
And the one in this question is Rural Development Department of the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development.
Right.
So the agency awarded it to One Royal Jeff company.
Okay.
And that is the company that is carrying out the job.
All right. Okay.
My people don't execute job because they don't, also they are not contractors. So it is the contractor that is executing the job.
Yeah.
What my people do is to, from time to time, go and inspect and see what is going on in the place.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So what the issue of shoddy job, is a thing that we all work to ensure that doesn't happen.
Okay, let me get a few more questions in for you.
In the first and second phases,
Honorable Sir, Wike's question wasn't about who's doing the contract. I think her question is for those giving you your eyes on ground, if they are giving you the right report, because we know you're a busy person, you're busy in Abuja. Your eyes on ground cannot contradict a video evidence of what is on ground. This young man did a video that showed obviously that those drainages don't have concrete and they don't have pillars, they don't have iron rods to build the right kind of drainage that would last longer for your people's own care. Your concern is your people and your constituency. That's what our question is. So if your team give you a feedback that contradicts, that is counterproductive to what your goal is, are you not going to sack them and replace them with people that are sincere with you, sir?
That issue does not arise just now because my people are giving me the right report. But let us concentrate on the issues that he raised.
Right.
The portion, the preliminary report that I got from my people at home is that the 300 meters work that the contractor was given to does not extend to the point where the man went to puncture the cement work. Contractors work with BOQ. The BOQ that was presented to me yesterday is what I am speaking about just now. That space that you see him operating at is outside the BOQ. What happened is this, according to the explanation. When they finished the job up to the 300 meter that was awarded them, the drainage did not empty into the slope where the water can flow out properly. The community then intervened and pleaded with the contractor to assist them in their community effort to take the water flow out of that place, in which case they had to do some self-help work, but the contractor, men on ground, joined them in doing that work to flow it out to the slope. If you look at the video very well, you see what I'm talking about. So that is the portion that he's talking about. According to the contractor, the work that they have been given does not include that part of it.
But obviously,
it's not part of that.
Okay, point taken.
Part of the job.
So point taken. But the truth is, based on this video, sir, this community obviously needs drainage help. So isn't it the appropriate thing for the contractor?
I will appeal you let me conclude what I was saying.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, the job was right ongoing when that young man went to that place.
Okay.
The mortar, that cement was very fresh.
Yes.
When he got to that place. And so whatever he did while the job was ongoing, I'm sure you people must have seen in the video that the workers were around with their tools working. And he harassed them out of that place before proceeding to go and, damage the work they were doing instantly. At that moment, they were doing the job. That is what I have also seen in that place, and that is the explanation that I got.
Okay, all right. Well, we expected that there will be metal there'll be some kind of a frame for the cement. So when somebody just pulls down the cement and the mud, it's like it was surely
even if he interfered at the point of work, what he pulled out did not contradict what he was saying. He did not show any rod. He did not show any concrete. What he pulled out was cement placed on mud. It should concern you, sir.
I am concerned. I'm concerned about the quality of work.
Yes.
I am very concerned about quality of work, and I personally do inspect sometimes, and I insist that the right thing must be done. But first of all, I'm giving you a report of the situation on ground.
Right.
Now, back to the issue of quality, I can't accept a substandard job, and I've never done that.
Right.
You understand me? So, but when somebody goes somewhere, you go to a point that is not part of the entire job, the issue you will ask is, who did it for what purpose? Is that what is part of what government is paying for?
Right.
If government is not paying for that, and I was not aware of it, I cannot possibly insist on anything after that point that the thing was being done. That is the situation here.
Thank you, Honorable.
But to the main job proper, I think that it is important that we look at the road. I'm not sure that the road itself is as shoddily done as it's been as it's currently telling people.
All right,
the road, from the feedback I got, it's not that bad, but it's ongoing, and we will insist that the right thing must be done. Where there ought to be road, there must be road. But anything that is outside that, I can't take responsibility for that.
Okay.
And I'm sure that the agency will speak to you people about where they ought to, where their BOQ covers and what ought to be done in such areas. If we find out that the contractor is doing anything short of that, of course, the necessary sanctions to be meted out to the contractor. Right. I am also reliably informed that the contractor has not been paid for any job done, both the first and second tranches. And so, if he does anything that is not proper, definitely he will be punished because his money is still with the agency. They will not pay him until he does the right job.
All right.
And I have sent my delegation also to go there and make sure that when they resume work, whatever they are doing must be thoroughly monitored.
All right. Thank you very much, Honorable Akpatak. And the fact that you agreed to come on the show this morning is a demonstration that you had the right intentions. We just hope that your eyes on ground are giving you the correct reports. And we hope that if the contractor is found guilty of this, he's appropriately punished for what he has done. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to go on a break now. We'll come back, move on to other topics. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.